Welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 18th of November for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. This week begins with the Sun in the passionate sign of Scorpio, but he is going to be joined on Tuesday by the co-ruler of Scorpio, Mars. And Mars is going to be in this location for the next 6 weeks, which takes us up to the early days of 2020. This exciting development, along with Mercury, ended its retrograde also on Tuesday in the sign of Scorpio, gives us an awesome opportunity to transform parts of our situation which may have been resistant to change. Now, some of that resistance could have come from ourselves, some from the circumstances we've been encountering. It is true with Mercury retrograde. It won't go back to the point where the retrograde began on the 31st of October until the 7th of December. So we have to expect that although things can speed up, we can get pieces of information or news or the green light that we've been waiting for, things may still take a little while to travel back to where we want. But Mars moving into this area is certainly going to help, because Mars is the planet of desire and instant gratification. And moving back into its home zone, it really gives us all an opportunity to dig down deep within ourselves, to tune into what we really want. And speaking of which, when it comes to relationships, Venus forges a quite beautiful angle to Jupiter, the planet of fortune and of expansion, in the last half of this week. These two planets are known as the greater and lesser benefics, so they're both lucky. So it depends for you where this is going to have its impact, but generally it can trigger some kind of good fortune. Also, Venus is going to be forging a semi-sextile to Pluto, the other co-ruler of Scorpio. And this suggests that expansion but also responsibility can go well together if we're open to change. Now, the Sun is going to be moving into the sign of Sagittarius on Friday. So that gives us a triple Sagittarius feel to the end of this week. And if your situation has felt very bogged down with politics, or there's been some kind of big change that has unfolded in your situation, or life has just seemed intense, there is a chance to just free things up and be a little more joyous as this week draws to a close. But with Mercury angling beautifully to Neptune over the last couple of days of this week, it's vital that we do continue to listen to our hunches, to tune in to our sixth sense, to guide us through what the end of this week does offer. Your specific forecast, Sagittarius, shows that with the Sun arriving in your sign on Friday for the first time in 11 months, you're going to move very much into the present. And also, the glorious combination between your ruler Jupiter and Venus gives you a kind of an allure, a kind of special magnetism that can pull good things to you. If you're single, don't be surprised if more than one person shows an interest in you. But it's also possible that the more reflective and sheltered part of your situation is still going to require more attention. If there has been something that's been concerning you of late, you've had some kind of anxiety, or there's been someone who's been out of touch, or you felt a bit adrift from other people and excluded or just rather isolated, part of this may have come from the fact that Mercury has been in retrograde in your 12th solar house. Now that ends on Tuesday, but Mars moves into this location. For the following 6 weeks, and really until Mars enters your sign early in January, there may be times during the festive period when you could find that old issues still can come up into your consciousness in quite a powerful way. One of the best ways for you personally to deal with this is not brush away any emotions that you experience. One of the greatest things about being a Sagittarius is your enthusiasm. And if things do go awry, very often your response is to dust yourself down and go again in pouring yourself into the next exciting new adventure. But that can lead to an accumulation of unresolved angers and hurts. And if that is true of you, Mars's transit through your 12th house is just asking you to stay mindful of that. So this is a week when you can be very much in the present, you can be very dramatic, you can draw good things to you. But I certainly feel, particularly in a professional situation, it's best to watch out for the politics, because with Uranus in opposition to Mars, something that irritates you could really affect you and see your come quite close to the surface and quite quickly. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to go beyond your zodiac sign and discover what 2020 will hold for you based on your personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, please see the link beneath this video. You can get the rest of this year free and 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye.